Just eating some hazelnut chocolate, so I'm still chomping down on that. Like I mentioned when I went on a hike to Úlfarsfell the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I've been really wanting and waiting to go on a proper hike, and I've really had my mind set on Mófellshnjúkar, those peaks over there. The weather forecast seemed to be good, looked ideal today, this particular Sunday, to go and tackle those peaks. Didn't turn out that way though. There are very low clouds in the area, so the mountain is foggy at the moment. Not to be completely deterred though, we're gonna switch this around, since we're out anyway, go and I'm still working on those hazelnuts. We're gonna go visit two little waterfalls, which I've never seen, that are right here in the northeastern vicinity of Reykjavík, within easy reach of the city. First one, Tröllafoss, troll waterfall. Tröllafoss. Is that like a troll that stumbles? I don't know. Tröllafoss. I'm already a few hundred meters in, parked on the road, by the edge of the road, by a farmhouse, from where I guess my travel companion, this dog comes. It's singular, not plural. He's still following me. Yeah, he knows his way around here, I presume. He'll be fine. Otherwise, he'll just walk to the waterfall with me, which should be about 2 kilometers. And then together we'll come back to the farm. These are of course not perhaps the best weather conditions to go on little sightseeing tours like this one. I hope the waterfall will look nice. There's at least a tiny bit of sunlight. But the challenge is that the ground is covered with slushy, wet, still in some cases pretty deep snow, which makes it a bit of a heavy walk. I just stepped into a hole in the snow. I'm right next to the river, so that's not a good idea. I sunk up to my hips. My complete left leg fell down through, almost up to my hips. So I'm gonna try to crawl out and not fall into the same hole again. Edge my way up there. Maybe we'll step right through this precarious snow again. Whoop, sinking a little bit. Made it onto dry land. Onwards we go. I can see now those canyons there where the waterfall is, but it looks like there is rain or snow incoming. Hope that doesn't happen yet. Must be getting close. The canyon is getting quite steep. Komdu farðu varlega. Jesus, I'm afraid that dog is gonna... I was afraid the dog was gonna go over the cliff. He was just standing on a bank of snow, which was almost reaching out over the edge. Well, it's nice to have a travel companion, but I didn't expect to have to be responsible for a dog on this little hike, who seems to have heard something. He's extremely alert at the moment and is really paying attention to something. Hvað sérðu? Hvað heyrðu? Hvað varstu að heyra? Ég halda áfram. Já. Okay, there's a tiny creek which runs through here somewhere and is currently covered in snow. So let's try at least, the very least, not to step in and break my foot, my ankle or something. It's probably there. I can hear the water trickling underneath here. I mean, there's only one way to do this, which is just to be prepared if I actually step into water. Maybe there's like a bridge, because this is actually the path. Maybe I'm on a bridge. Well, I at least got over, so massive crisis averted. Dramatic much. Onwards. The dog is already waiting. He's impatient. Staying clear of this bank of snow, I have no idea. It looks like the path continues over there, so the trail. So you could easily step through this bank somewhere. And those are one of the things we do not want to do. Specifically, again, when hiking solo by yourself. So today is February 18th, and I think I'll just officially dub this the Two Waterfalls Day. So from here on, this shall be Two Waterfalls Day, when people are expected to go out and visit at least 2 waterfalls. If you're in Iceland, I mean, I can expect people to do that even though it is an international day, of course. It's an international Two Waterfall Day. I think I'm going slightly mad. I'm not like this when I'm completely by myself. I think it's the dog's fault. I think it's having this effect on me that I'm just rambling. Or maybe it's just that I haven't gotten out in a while and I'm just so happy, so glad to be out here with you on this virtual journey, which is anything but virtual for me, of course. But I'm not gonna rub that in. I think we're close. I actually think we're there pretty much. I can hear a waterfall or the rumbling of a river. Ekki þarna niður. Yeah, this must be it. I can't see anything from up here on the top. Let's go precariously close to the edge, which is always a good idea. So the waterfall is presumably down here. Oh, it's all covered in snow and ice. I'm sure it's really pretty, but I can't see anything from here. Maybe I can see something from over there. Seems a lot of people have walked onto that little edge. Barring that, and regardless, we're of course gonna put the drone up and get some images with that. Oh, it is completely covered in ice. Yeah, that was Tröllafoss or Tröllafoss. Heading back, let's see if the weather holds and we can go and have a look at our second waterfall of the day. Heading back with our four-legged friend. It's been really enjoyable to have this buddy along with me for the hike. Part of me wishes he just jumps into the car with me and I get to keep him. I like him. Ertu að bíða eftir mér? Are you waiting for me? I'm coming. The preposterous idea of me to think the dog actually speaks English. I mean, it's an Icelandic dog. Yeah, back to the farmhouse, close to the car now. And my companion ran back to familiar ground, back home, which is just as well, even though, yeah, it would have been kind of nice to just have him tag along for the second part of the journey, which is going to take us slightly further east, slightly closer to Þingvellir, the national park, into an area called Kjós, which is the valley behind or north of Mount Esja, the signature mountain of Reykjavík, which is this entire mountains area here that I'm in. And there's a waterfall on that side in the Salmon River, Laxá í Kjós, which literally means Salmon River in Kjós, that valley, where there's a decently sized waterfall, much larger than this one, called Þórufoss or Þóras Falls. Let's see if we can have a look at that. I don't think there's any hike. I think we can just pretty much park right next to that. So it's going to be a shorter intro, shorter walking sequence to that one. Well, there are some tourists here, but nobody's stopping long because it's windy and extremely foggy. So Ívar, you picked a wonderful time of year to go outdoors and try to show people some waterfalls. That being said, it's actually quite nice. The only thing is that the fog is thick enough that I'm a little bit worried about something to drone out, but let's see. I wanna hike down there. I think that can be done. I think there is a precarious path somewhere. It said so. Some tourist information I read that there was a steep path somewhere down towards the river, so you can look at the waterfall from below. I almost stepped right into this one. Didn't realize there's of course a small creek flowing down the middle of this small ravine. Crisis averted again. It was quite still just a few moments ago. It looks majestic. It's even, might say, slightly terrifying, seeing the waterfall somehow entangled in these big chunks of snow and ice. Had a big gust of wind just as the drone landed, so my trusty reflector, which doubles as a landing pad for the drone in snow, just took off in the wind, and it's now there flying over there on the ice. I of course hate both the idea of losing my reflector and of littering or leaving junk on the river, but so be it, that can't be helped. This was Þórufoss previously. Wow, it's raining and really windy right now. That was Þórufoss. No weather for hiking the mountain, but we still went out, saw a couple of waterfalls. Both of these are within easy reach of Reykjavík. Short hikes. This one is almost no hike, just 25 minutes, 30 minutes driving out of town. I'll put links to the locations in the description below. I can't speak anymore. It's really raining now, so I'm gonna rush back to the car. Thanks for joining me on this little hiking Sunday thingy. Until next time.